Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Jeff, and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic. And today we're jumping into a black aggro deck here in Historic. And we played white aggro yesterday, so I wanted to jump into some black aggro today. And I'm really excited to be trying out a deck based around Scourge of the Skyclaves. This is a card that from Zendikar Rising that is crazy interesting, but it feels like it's really hard to actually build around. So it's a 2 mana. Star creature demon. So its power and toughness are each equal to 20 minus the highest life total among players. And so this is kind of hard to play like in a commander game because it's 20 minus what would be 40, so it'd be negative 20 as it came out. Well, in a standard game Magic, with our life totals being 20 each, we just have to get each player down to at least 19, and then all of a sudden this can be a 2 mana 1/1. Not really promising, but if everyone is down to 10, then this would be amazing. And so the first part of this actually says kicker. Whenever you cast a spell, if it's kicked, each player loses half their life total rounded up. So if we can get them down to, each of us down to 10, then this works out. So we have to keep our life total down, which we can actually control a lot easier than making sure that their life total gets down. But in an aggro deck, we can guarantee that we're going to get in for some points of damage, right? That's what an aggro deck does. As long as they're not gaining a ton of life or anything like that, then we can basically guarantee that we're going to be getting in some points of damage and get them down to hopefully like 15 before we're playing out a Scourge. So this isn't necessarily a turn 2 play. We're hoping that we can get it down maybe after getting in for some damage and then like just keep growing it, keep making it bigger. We have to make sure our life total goes down, so Thought Seizes are in play. We have all of our shock lands, not too many so that we're not like killing ourselves. If near dead lands, also being able to pay 1 life to be able to add black mana, which is really nice for making sure our life total goes low. And then the rest of the deck is just kind of making sure that first off, yeah, the 1-drop slots are all here to make sure our life total goes down, their life total goes down. We can kind of guarantee that. Everything else in this is making sure that we can actually close out the game because we have to kill them before we are then dead. We're already hurting ourselves a lot. So if we're up against another aggro deck or something with burn, we can be in trouble. And so that's why we have a few other cards that come into it. And actually, one of the cards I've not seen anyone else play, which is kind of interesting. Skyclave Shade, I think, is a pretty powerful card. First off, there's like 0 good aggressive cards in the 2-drop slot in black. There's like some good functionality ones, like there's like Priest of Forgotten Gods. There's a bunch of things like with synergy and different things, but like not really aggro. Like Scourge of the Skyclaves almost fits in that, but you have to build around it. Skyclave Shade is probably the only one that really is like, oh, that's actually like built for aggro. It is a 2 mana 3/1. It gets to attack. It's not going to block at any time, and you can replay it from the graveyard at any time. If you kick it for 5 mana, instead you get 2+2 counters onto it, so it's a 5/3. This is actually a pretty good card. So the nice thing about this is if you have multiples in the graveyard, multiple have died, like you're fine having this trade off. And as a 3/1 blade, like this is what's called a blade, a 2 mana 3/1. As it attacks, so the landfall says whenever your land enters battlefield under control, you can recast it from your graveyard. You may for its schematic cost. So you get to cast it from the graveyard. That's pretty sweet. It's actually really, really good. And so I'm excited to see how this one plays out. I've not actually played it out. I'm not sure if this needs 4 copies to make sure that we're guaranteeing that's happening. I don't think so. I think this is just if you hit it, you play it, you swing in with it every single time. That makes sense. And if it dies, great, we get to just replay it. And it's like having an extra card in hand as long as we hit a land for that turn. So I'm actually really excited for that. Then we have our big stuff, Rotting Registrar, Murder Striders for removal, like 1 Phyrexian Obliterator. Most people that I've seen playing this kind of deck have had all of those in the sideboard for other matchups. I feel like you want 1 in there just because there's so many times this is just a powerful card. And so I wanted to make sure we at least had that in here because if we don't ever find our Scourge of the Skyclaves, I want some sort of finisher that I can be running into instead. And so this is almost like a 5th copy of something awesome to play. Spawn of Mayhem just deals damage on both sides. It's also a finisher for us, something that can be big. It has evasion and trample, which is really nice. A lot more removal with Hugger Mauling. And then, of course, our Demonic Embrace, which is kind of like the main way that we're going to actually get through with Scourge of the Skyclaves. Because if you notice, it's just vanilla text besides this. It doesn't have evasion, doesn't have trample, doesn't have really much else going for it, other than going to be potentially like a 15/15. But that's not good if you can't never get through tokens. And so Demonic Embrace is basically our way to make sure we get through that. And also, we can pay 3 life to be able to get it back from the graveyard and stuff like that. So anyway, that's the deck. Let's go ahead and jump into the gameplay, see how it does for us, and wish me luck. All right, up against Zyzidius, and we will keep this. A ton of 1-drops, very, very aggressive hand, so not bad. I like it. I get out. I'm not sure which one's better between those ones. I don't think it really matters. Gutter Bones is a little bit easier technically to bring back from the graveyard. Dread Wanderer has, I don't really know. I like it. We're doing it. Demonic Embrace is actually pretty nice now that we have their third land. We're just going to go as aggro as possible against these goblins to try to get them to die, you know? Alright, Knight of the Even Legion, Gutter Bones. Maybe I should have gone for the other knight, because if I could have gotten in with the Demonic Embrace onto one of these guys, we could have got so much damage too. See, now they're definitely willing to be blocking. And so now we're going to go for the Rotting Registrar. We'll force them. I don't think they actually will trade with everything here. They lose out on the chance to have Muxus for the next turn. And this gives us potentially a chance to just straight up win. 10 points of damage coming through. Yeah, this will be a sweet turn if this can survive. Alright, they have Krinko. Nothing else really going for him, though. That's fine. Yeah, it doesn't have haste. You can't use it yet. Relic Robber. Huh? Okay, I think... what? Okay. Sure. Alright, I don't think the opponent totally understood what was going on there. Whenever there's the auto pay, it's just like sacrifice goblins. Sometimes you're like, oh sure, I'll do that, and then like it'll automatically sacrifice all of them for you. So I think opponent just had them like accidentally sacrifice all their stuff. Like, oh, yeah, I did that wrong. Nice, good job. All right, up against Codebreaker. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we don't have our Scourge, but we have good aggro hand, so we're just going to keep it. Not going to push their damage on ourselves until we need to. Play out Dread Wanderer, pass the turn. I'm actually not sure like how much we're trying to push that with this deck. Swing in with Dread Wanderer. Play Gutter Bones. Play Knight. And now the Scourge at least is online. Wily Goblin. Gobos are annoying. We're just going to run these guys into it. We can replay them, basically, so that's fine. The best one is the Dread Wanderer. I should have played this out just to pump the Knight of the Even Legion. I was just thinking about holding up the Murderer Strider, but this is fine. So we have to have one or fewer cards in hand for Dread Wanderer to actually work as well, which is kind of annoying. Wily Goblin number 2. It's a lot of ramp. Do I want to hit this on a Muxus or just want to get rid, like, be able to get in for some more damage here? We want to empty our hand a little bit too. And this way we can just like pump with the Knight of the Even Legion if it does get through. So let's just go ahead and kill one. I know it's kind of funky here using that for that, but I just want to maximize my mana. Rotting Reggie. Ooh. Play out the Deadlands. Swing in. Blocks here. And the costing on all these are a little bit off too. Alright, I think we just let it through and play out the Rotting Registrar. If we find a Demonic Embrace, that's just better. It'll have a much higher chance of closing out the game quickly for us. 6 mana, no Muxus. Thank goodness. There it is. Alright, so next turn they definitely have Muxus online. Discard the land, play another land. Alright, I'll attack. Alright, this returns it to hand. I always think that it returns it to the battlefield. Let's see, we'll end up just discarding it. Yeah, we still want to pump. We want to get damage through. Down to 10. We're just looking for that Demonic Embrace now. So I can pay for this, get Gutter Bones out, but it just gets discarded. So we just play it out. I don't think that we pay our life. There's too high a chance for us to just lose on this turn. So pass the turn. Muxus, what you got for us, Muxy? How Yes. That's not bad. Conspicuous Snoop, okay. Yeah, that's not too bad at all. Okay. Um, I can pump this twice. They're down to 5 lands. If they have like land and Muxus, they could replay it and get another shot here. They have Goblin Matron coming out next turn. They're going to have to block with something here. I'm debating on how much I want to put onto this Knight of the Evil Legion. I could just like, if near deadlines, kill the Snoop. Force him to block. How big does this get? So this becomes a 5/6. 8 damage if I put both of these down. Then we're getting really low for Muxus. Let's just swing in with both now. I don't want to get too far down. Chumps the Rotting Registrar. We do pump. Enters tap, so we could play out one of these guys now. You know, let's play out Murderous Rider. I want something that can actually block here, so. Because the biggest issue is if Muxus gets like, if they go really wide and this gets pumped like crazy. Goblin Chieftain. So they have haste now. I think it's better for them probably just to play as many creatures out off the top as possible. All right, so sack Goblin Matron, play Chieftain. Swinging all in doesn't do it. Swings with Muxus. Yeah, I guess we keep our life total up here. So they have to block with 2 things here, guaranteed. So Skirk and Snoop or Chieftain? Oh, I could also kill something with Deadlands. I missed it. Do I want to kill the Snoop now, or do I want to spend time? Let's see, I can still do that with Knight of the Evil Legion. Okay, so play out Knight of the Evil Legion. That just means that they're going to be drawing a mountain for turn. There's nothing like saying this is anything different, and so I think that we just like kind of guarantee the victory by killing the Snoop here. So yeah, sacrifice the desert, kill the Snoop. Their board is gone. We have 3 attackers, 3 lethal attackers. Actually, we need a land, I think, for this one. One more land gives us lethal attack on the Knight of the Evil Legion as well. This one. Alright, so I'm pretty sure opponent is actually just timing us out here now, which is kind of annoying. But swing in. Yeah, opponent's timing us out. Good job, dude. Nice. All right. Opponent lets us, like, we get to kill him, not because the opponent let us, but because he finally didn't have enough timeouts before it conceded. So, yes. And it's annoying getting roped out. So annoying. Dude, I'm up against Saturn. At least it's not Jupiter. But we got a mulligan in this hand. We have a lot of we have a lot of 1-drops, and we could actually potentially find a land in 2 turns. Right? Now let's mulligan. Yeah, that looks better. Keep this. I'm not sure how many lands we want. Like, we might want to just drop one of these. Keep the pain lands so that we can try to guarantee to get a Scourge down and hopefully hit lands. But if we hit like a bunch of expensive stuff, I'm going to go for it. Do I go for it? Yeah, we're going to go for it. Ooh, and now they're aggressive. That actually might be pretty bad for us. Well, we hit the land anyway, so now life's good. All right, so Dreadwander, play it out past turn. We just need to get their life total down so that we can actually get in with Scourge of the Skyclaves. They're swinging in. And they stole our flippin' Scourge. Oh, that's like the worst thing for us to lose. Ooh, that's actually really bad. Let's see here. Attack in. Do we just play both of these out? We go pretty aggressive. We might just be able to outpace them. They're going to have their own Scourge, but if we can get ours on a Demonic Embrace. Yeah, I think we go for more damage dealt for now. Pass the turn. Like, this is like the worst matchup for this deck is a mono red deck. I've not played it enough to know how to change up the way I play. Swings in with those. Yeah, Fanatical Firebrand will be able to just kill any one of these. So what they're going to do is stop damage from one, block the other, which is annoying. And now our Demonic Embrace doesn't really work quite as well either. Let's go ahead. We don't want to do too much damage to ourselves without being able to do damage to them now, I don't think. So, yeah, I think I'd rather have blockers now. Let's bring out the Scourge for now. Yeah, we just pass. No attacks. Fanatical Firebrand is like our nemesis in this matchup. And it started as turn 1. Ugh. Do they have a shock here as well? We needed to get in for damage to kind of protect this. We couldn't do that because Fanatical Firebrand. This is just like a really interesting matchup. Plays Mountain. Earthshaker Kenra. This can't block. I'm totally fine with that. All right, so we definitely block here. We block all of these all day long. Do we actually want to kill the Fanatical Firebrand over the Kenra? That's the only question here. They can play their own Scourge, which gets bigger. Let's get rid of the way to stop our blocks. Oh, and the Embercleave. Eeh. Down to 4. Yeah, they just had everything, and we did not. Should just put it onto the Robber of the Rich, right? And that's game. But now it's a 10-8. I mean, that's cool, at least, right? Oh, all right. Up against Train Man 13, and pretty sweet hand. We'll keep it. Nothing spectacular here, but it's okay. We'll go ahead and start hurting ourselves a little bit. Why not? Thoughtseize. We don't really have an answer for the Priest of Forgotten Gods. We can kind of be okay with Skyclave, though. That's an interesting hand. Do we just make him slow here? Yeah, I think you always kind of get rid of the Priest of Forgotten Gods, right? It's such an annoying card. Annoying thing here is that Mayhem Devil kills this really easily. But we just need to get their life total down below 20. That's all that we care about with this. Ooh. Man, Rotting Reggie, I know that they're going to have a blocker next turn, right? But it kind of sounds fun to get out the Spawn of Mayhem instead. Just start getting some damage through. But Rotting Reggie just slams through everything. So, I mean, that's kind of better, right? Plays Mayhem Devil. Yeah, that's fine. Discard a Swamp. Draw Gutter Bones. Okay, swing in. Do you block? Yeah, that's... What do you do about that? That's a pretty aggressive swing. You can actually trade off with this one, but we can just play it right back. Do you chump the Rotting Register here? Yeah, okay. Okay, we get to play for cheaper. We get to get empty-handed, so now we don't have to worry about the Rotting Regisaur. We got rid of stuff, so now Mayhem Devil's not going to be shooting down our 1 toughness thing. So let's just hope they don't have some sort of board wipe. I don't think that a deck that's playing what they are would have the normal black board wipes. They might have like Storm's Wrath or a Flame Sweep. Or they can bring it back. Okay, so Fabled Passage gets to shoot down Skyclave Shade or something. Actually, wait, this is Death Touch Menace now. Alright, that's fair. Kills the Reggie. Do they have some other way to sacrifice something here? That will be interesting to see. Witch's Oven. So they can sack the Mayhem Devil itself. So they maybe like block here, sack Mayhem Devil to kill Spawn, and just say they got enough out of it after that. The last card could be another Call of Deathwiller, which would be miserable. That's a tough choice. I think we're looking for like a land here so that we can replay the Skyclave Shade. Alright, everyone takes one. Another Rotting Reggie. That changes up what kind of stuff we want to do here a little bit. I'm not going to go for the Gutter Bones, bringing it back. Maybe. If we get damage in at face, I think I'm fine here. Alright, so they're going to sack the Mayhem Devil to kill Spawn of Mayhem. Or you can let the damage go through, trade off with the Gutter Bones, and kill the Spawn of Mayhem. That's a tough choice. I think this is the right one. Block here, kill the Spawn of Mayhem beforehand. You know that you have a Spawn of Mayhem coming down next turn, which is bigger than anything else on our board. I think that what they're doing is the smartest play. We just also know that it's not going to be enough. Down to 11. Well, at least we're also empty-handed, though. So there's that. Demonic Embrace. Pretty please. Dude, I love that card so much. Witch's Oven. Judith. They have another Mayhem Devil. Okay. Okay, we discard nothing. Ooh, we got the Demonic Embrace. Alright. It's not quite lethal. Is there a way that we can make this lethal? I don't think so. So we put this onto Rotting Regisaur. We swing in for 10. They go down to 1. They block here, sack it, kill, or block here, sack it, kill Skyclave Shade. And that's fine. We go for 10 points of damage when we can get in 10 points of damage, right? This is just going to be something really difficult to beat now. Yeah, there we go. It's amazing how many of these cards are actually still in Standard. Just enough stuff is gone now. Not too shabby. Up against Jules, we do kind of have a few lands here. We'll keep this. If we find another untapped land, this is a sweet hand. As it is, it's meh. I don't think one of the Thoughtseize here, right? Yeah, just Knight of the Even Legion. Get him out. Pass the turn. This is if any player lost 4 more life this turn. On our turn. And so if we can get out like another Shock Land and Thoughtseize, we can grow both of these Knight of the Even Legions. Lava Runner. Wizard's Lightning. Alright. Down to 16. Really banking on getting that extra land. I'm not sure how much a Thoughtseize actually helps us here. Let's go ahead and go for it. I know it hurts us a little bit more, but if we can just kind of keep them off of anything else. Embercleave is a little ways away. Pyromancer is the only thing they can guaranteed play. If they hit land, Chain Whirler is really annoying for us. Because that also turns on the Embercleave. I think we take away the guaranteed stuff. Hopefully they just don't do anything for this turn. And then maybe we can get the Hogger Mauling online by the time that they play. No, they had it. Oh, you gotta be kidding. That's probably just game. I don't see how we come back from that. Yeah, because now they have the Embercleave. We have to play out our other removal spell. And we're like dead on board. So yeah, we're done. That's cool. Up against Bag of Moxes. I think we played... Maybe not. Let's see here. Alright, so we do have the Scourge of the Skyclaves. We have to guarantee get damage in with them with his Gutter Bones for this to work. Dude, so much aggro. It's ridiculous. Alright, play Gutter Bones, pass turn. Snoop. Senor Snoopy. Down to 18. I guess now we go for the most mana efficient play, right? Get out Scourge. Pass the turn. Goblin Matron. I really want to get to this Phyrexian Obliterator as well. Alright, so... Oh, man. Yeah, I guess we just... I think we kill the Snoop to keep getting in with the Scourge. If we can get this to be massive, it's awesome. The other thing, too, is Phyrexian Obliterator actually really does hurt the Goblins a little bit as well. At least, like, slowing down their pacing. Alright, so now we have a 4-4. War Chief. Swing in again. Chumps. Okay. Obliterator. What do you do about that? Honestly, I think I want more of these in the main deck. It's such a good card. Alright, they hit like everything. But this is where Obliterator is sweet. Because normally, you definitely swing with Muxus here. Now you have to wait for a few turns. I'm not sure if we can Stonewall him enough to really come back. Alright, Snoop's on top. Land is on top. What's the last card in hand? Matron. Okay. So they did dig. Hopefully get something else on top as well. Goes for a Cranko. Yeah, that's bad. Still have a land on top, so not amazing. What do you sack here? I would say you wait a turn, honestly. Sacking 4 goblins here means you lose all the value of Cranko. You're sacking Chieftain. That was the wrong one. You sack the War Chief, don't you? Oh, I guess you keep it cheaper. Okay, yeah. Alright, they have 5 more goblins. Alright, play Scourge. Gutter Bones, Wanderer. Swing in. Down to 11, pass the turn. Just trying to keep their life total low so that we can hopefully get in with like a Demonic Embrace. If they hit us for quite a bit, all of a sudden these guys get even bigger. Demonic Embrace could just win the game. Plays out massive creatures. They didn't keep the Chieftain for some reason. I mean, it makes sense, but it also doesn't at all. They get to hit for a ton. Alright, we block here, block here, block here. We take... Is that exactly 16? Oh, oops. I didn't do the math. That's okay. Yeah, that's fine. That was my bad, but I'm not exactly sure how we got out of that anyway. I don't think we have anything to draw unless we were aggressive to go much past that. Alright, so there you guys have it with Mono Black Aggro, and it's a really fun deck. We ran up against so many Goblin decks that it was kind of annoying. I think we beat everyone that wasn't Goblins. And then lost like twice to Goblins, won one time against them. I'm trying to remember our other loss. It was 3-3 overall, so we had a 50-50 deck. I think that there's just some bad matchups that maybe if you go into like best of 3, you can be a little bit better against some of those decks. Just having the right stuff, the right time, all those types of things. You know, and so overall, I think the deck is fun. I think it's a blast to play. I hope you guys try it out at least, or something similar to it. I think that you can bring in maybe some of these same strategies into what we actually have in standard right now. Maybe not, though. There's a lot of stuff that's gone now that I don't really remember. Anyway, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.